Before we get started on our journey, shout out to the video sponsor, my boy Griffo, aka Mason. He's been working on a horror anthology, just posted his second book in the series. The first book was bouncing around a lot, kind of building this multiverse of madness that he's created, and it really taps into like ancient storytelling of horror, the classic tales, and flips them on their head. The second book he just put out, Trials and Tribulations, more so is following the stories from characters established. It's a terrific read. Both books have amazing reviews. I encourage you, if you're a fan of the channel, to go show him love and support. He's also in my Discord community if you want to come hang out and talk to him. But yeah, thank you for sponsoring the video. And without further ado, let's hop in. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, your host, Dr. Splash, the leader of the Yancey Street Gang. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Discord and a bunch of links in the video description, and I'll have Carolina's channel, my new upcoming channel partner. Her channel will be linked in the comment section. Go check that out. I don't need to do too crazy of an intro because this was already sponsored, but back on topic. We got to talk about the new Hulk comic, right? So there's been a bunch of crazy drops this past Wednesday rather. I covered the Superman one first. We're following with Hulk because it's wild. Issue 18 is going crazy. If you want to see everything that preludes this, I've covered every issue. So go check it out. This will be in the playlist. Now, issue 18 starts out with Hulk being bound, right? If you didn't know, Bruce, in an effort to save the child named Charlie that's been hanging out with them, who they both vibe with, they don't want her to turn into a monster, so he signed away via an ancient, unbreakable contract called the Pactum, signed away Hulk to Eldest, and the mother of horrors. And this is Hulk now signed away, and he is bound with chains of eternity. Now, these aren't just the chains of eternity, okay? It gets a little more complex and a little more spicy, okay? So stay tuned. But he's locked up, and that's kind of where we're going to start out this story. We see Charlie kind of being whisked away as the Pactum is stated to have been signed and officially agreed so Charlie can go. Obviously, the Pactum saying Charlie will be freed from her fate of that monsterhood if Hulk signed over. Well, she's taken away. She doesn't really know what's going on, right? This shit is getting spooky. She was literally just a doll not too long ago. It's fucked up for Charlie in the hood. Now, what's even worse is that Charlie is being forced to remain in one spot as like a pseudo prisoner. You know, she is technically healthy. She is alive. But until Eldest gets what she needs from the Hulk himself, Charlie's not allowed to go free. And this is a big deal because it straight up implies that even though he was signed away and chained with the chains of eternity, that really might not mean shit. Maybe Hulk can power through that, which is a crazy implication. We then see Eldest is talking shit. She's approaching Hulk, and she reaches out to grab him. She thinks the game's over. The power of the fractured sun. Oh my god, he's such a fucking Chad, dude. The power of the Hulk instantly defies the chain of Uthal. What's Uthal mean? I don't fucking know, but it's unbreakable. And it absolutely rocks Eldest, fucks up some of her homies, and she's like, oh my god, how are you able to do that when those chains are on you? And he says, shut up, bitch, you are puny. And obviously, she's not really liking that, right? He's done officially pissed the bitch off. And we are going to pan over to Charlie, who is stuck in this house, and she's trying to find a way out. And I'm not going to lie to you, I actually love the design of this eldritch creature. This is that ram-looking hunter, the weird deformed beast that we saw in earlier comics, and he is one of the beings watching over Charlie. She's kind of trying to find her way out of here because she's trying to help the boy Hulk, you know? She knows Hulk's compromised, but that's her dog, and she can't let him go down. Hulk starts resisting these chains, right, as we're panning back and forth, and that's when he's consulted. And It's Banner. He fucking hates Banner. Banner's like, look, Hulk, you're not going to be able to break out of those chains, right? Those chains are made, according to Eldest, by the first firmament himself. So these chains are made with the bones, the remains, the essence of the first firmament. Multi-eternity type flow, type beat, big scaling ups for Hulk. Because of course, I talked to my boy Philip, the writer, after this. If you bring up something like this, it's obviously a reference to how crazy this is going to be when Hulk goes against these chains. Theoretically, according to Banner, something made with the essence of the first firmament should not be breakable. That's when we see a creepy ass looking lady appear to Hulk, right? And she's like, look, you don't know me. I follow you on Twitter, though. You're kind of a boy. I fucks with the Hulk. I understand you used to be Avenger. Like, let's not get it twisted here. I fucking hate it here, she said. And she reveals she has this weird ability to, like, take her skin off. It's disgusting and really good horror art. And she's like, look, I'm being used as an experiment for something called the God Skin, and I don't want to do that shit. So here's the thing, Hulk. And even Hulk was like, what the fuck is that? Look at his face. He's like, ew. And she's like, look, if I help break you out, will you agree to kill all of them? Which is a hype-ass line, because you know Hulk's going to agree to run the fade. But, unfortunately, she hears people coming, and she dips. She's like, oh, shit, they're going to catch me. I got to get out of here. And that's when we see Eldest show up again, and she's talking crazy. And she's like, yo, I want to know who protects you, right? Like, I want to know what gives you the ability to resist. And we see Hulk freaking out, right? He's struggling against what appears to be Banner inside of him. He's struggling against himself. Whose hand protects you, right? He's freaking out. And he as Banner's starting to talk to him, and he's like, yo, if you let Charlie go, I'll tell you. This man, Hulk, breaks the chains of multi-eternity. We see it break. We see it crack. Pulls out Banner. Starts pulling him out like his spine. Says, smash you both. And lunges for Eldest, which is wild that he was able to break those chains in that moment. That's when we see Eldest rock him with the same flames that in prior issues we saw erase the first fractured sun. Which, like I said, confirms for me that he's stronger than the other fractured sun in Kaido, from the ancient myths, right? And he endures this, and the chains reform. And she's like, all right, well, Hulk's different. This motherfucker's on all the steroids. We're going to have to try different methods of getting what we need to get from him. And that's when we pan over to Charlie again, right? And she had the ability to potentially escape, right? But at this point, she's being helped out. And she's like, look, it's cool that you're helping me escape, but Hulk's still homie. Like, I can't just forsake him. That's my guy. We're not leaving him behind. She's 10 toes as fuck. Like, Charlie is dope as hell for that. And we see at that point, as like they're trying to chase her down, the girl's like, look, Charlie, go ahead and get away. Go find a place without monsters. And then, kind of a sad moment, Charlie goes, look, there really is no place without monsters. The girl turns around, sees them transforming, and says, I know. And in a Chad moment, stays there to delay them. Charlie then scrams, absolutely skedaddles, as she has to hit major crossovers. I mean, look at these beasts. These things are fucking massive. She's like, oh shit, I don't want to get faded by that thing. Let me go find the Hulk. And she absolutely gets the fuck out of Dodge. We then see her find this ancient temple and this ancient tomb that has this fur and pelt straight up, and she's praying. She's like, oh my god, I'm about to get cooked. God, if you are out there, give me the strength to survive this. And as these beasts descend upon her, we see the eyes of the pelt light up, after she says that prayer. And with that, the issue ends. And I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of him breaking the chains of the first firmament, enduring flames that erased the original fractured sun? I had a blast reading this. Philip Kennedy Johnson cooking up as usual. It's been a fun Hulk ride, and I'm excited for the future. I do believe there was news that PKJ is going to a different run. He's got a whole bunch of shit going on. He's got this super dope World War II story coming out with like Ghost Rider 44 that we saw in this Hulk run. Wolverine, like there's going to be a bunch of them. It's going to be sick. So I think someone might be taking over PKJ for Hulk soon. So we'll see where it goes. But hopefully it keeps on track for this because we're building up to some crazy shit. But yeah, let me know what you think. I had a lot of fun with this. And remember, it's Yancey Street, bitches.